Hi, I'm Jen Yarbrough, and today we're going to be making wild turkey lunch meat. For this recipe, you're gonna need some special equipment, namely your Cabela's commercial grade slicer. It's going to be key in getting that perfect lunch meat thickness. The other thing, this is a ham maker from Amazon. I'm gonna put the link in the caption, but this is what you're actually going to cook the lunch meat in. So on top of that, you're gonna need a food processor and a standing mixer. And that should be all you need to make wild turkey lunch meat. All right, for your ingredients, you're gonna need gelatin. Now we got this at a little mom and pop store in my hometown, but I think you can get it just about anywhere. So you're gonna need some gelatin, you're gonna need some olive oil, and then your favorite seasoning. Now remember, this is going to be lunch meat, so pick a seasoning that sounds good to you. One of my favorites is the Cabela's blackened seasoning, so that's what we're gonna use today. Okay, so this recipe calls for 2 pounds of wild turkey meat. So that's what we're gonna do right now. We're gonna measure it out. Just going to cut off about a half a pound. Let's see. Perfect. Now we have our 2 pounds of wild turkey meat. Next, we are going to go through and chunk it up and then take out all the tendons and any gristle matter. All right, the next part is tenderizing. We're gonna get this wild turkey meat nice and tender to get that perfect consistency that is lunch meat. So we have our 2 pounds here chunked up. We're gonna take 2/3 of that meat and stick it in our mixing bowl for our KitchenAid mixer. And the other third, we are going to put into a food processor. And we're gonna grind it down to a consistency of a puree. That way, when we mix it all together, it'll get the right consistency for lunch meat. We are going to take out the chopper here and stick it in with the rest of the meat. Then we're gonna add in our seasonings. Here are our 2 teaspoons of gelatin. We're going to do 7 teaspoons of your favorite seasoning. I'm using the Cabela's blackened seasoning. Just gonna do 7 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we are going to do 4 teaspoons of olive oil. I have the KitchenAid on a speed 3. We're just gonna let it run for about 30 minutes. It's very important that we get all the chunks broken down, so that's what it's doing for us right now. All right, while the KitchenAid is doing its job, it's a good idea to get your stock pot going, and you want to get about enough water that it'll be about up to here on your ham maker. You want the water to get to 180 degrees. That's the temperature that you're gonna wanna cook this at, and I'll show you how to do that here in just a minute. Now that the meat is nice and tenderized, we are going to put it in one of the bags that the ham maker come with. It's not really a necessary part of the process, but I highly recommend using this bag to put in the tin that we're gonna cook this in. It really makes cleanup a lot easier, so I highly recommend using it. Next, we're gonna take our 2 pounds of wild turkey meat and we are going to put it into the ham maker, taking special care to make sure it fills the whole space, because we really want it, when it's done cooking, to look like this, so it's easier to slice. So we want to make sure there's no air pockets and that it is more or less like a log. All right, once you have that tamped down about as good as you can get, you're gonna put the bag in there. You're gonna take some of the other parts that come with the ham maker and get it to compress down there just a little bit more. Once you have the meat all tamped down, you're gonna take your temperature probe that comes with the hand maker. You're gonna put it right in the spot here. You're gonna poke right through that bag. So you're gonna get it in there, and then as soon as your water is at 180 degrees, we're gonna stick this in there and let it cook until the temperature gauge says 165 degrees. Perfect. All right, and we're just gonna keep an eye on it, wait until it's 165 degrees, and then we're gonna pull it out. All right, it is at temperature, it is at 165 degrees, and we're gonna pull this thing off and put it in an ice bath. Still enclosed, water not going all the way over the lid. We're gonna let the turkey sit in the ice bath for a couple hours just to cool off. Now our meat is nice and cool. I'm gonna pull it out of the ice and we're gonna unpackage it. I wanna forewarn you, there is going to be gelatin in here. We're gonna rinse it off. So as I'm pulling this out, that's what you're gonna be seeing. All right, as we pulled the lid off, it can be kind of tough to get this out because it pulls such a tight vacuum. So we're gonna yank this out. That is all gelatin, so don't get freaked out. And in here is our lunch meat. And there we have it, and it's still in our nice bag, so now we'll have to pull open the bag and get the meat out. There you have it, folks. There's our turkey breast lunch meat. We're gonna go rinse this gelatin off and then get it ready to slice. All right, now that we have the gelatin off of our turkey, we're going to put it on the slicer and go ahead and get started slicing. Right now I have this slicer set on number 2, so let's get going. We have some pieces sliced here. As you can see, perfect deli meat, wild game, and it tastes so good. Here we have 3 different thicknesses from the slicer. We've got, this is the level 3, this is the level 2, and this is the level 1. So it's really neat. You can get exactly the thickness that you want on your lunch meat. It's delicious, it's organic, it's fun, and it's a totally new way to cook your wild turkey. If you've done the fried, if you've done all the things, try this. This is amazing. Follow me if you want to see more recipes like this one.